So parallel lines here in this figure, you have M is parallel to N. M and N are parallel lines. So you have M parallel to N and cut by the transversal L. So M is parallel to N, cut by, and L is the transversal. Learn the spellings properly, okay? L is the transversal. L is the transversal. Now, I have marked some angles here. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 angles formed. When two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, there are 8 angles formed. Now, there are some specialty about these angles. That is what we are going to learn today. You have already learned it. We are going to brush it up. Okay. So, first one is corresponding angles. All the corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so that's the first thing. All the corresponding angles are equal. Now we have to find out which is the corresponding angle here. Can you tell me which is the corresponding angle? Angle 1 and angle 5. How do you find, children, corresponding angles? That is, when you consider the line here M, when you consider the line here M and you consider the line N, corresponding means same, similar. So here if I take 1, where is 1 lying? 1 is lying above the line on the left side of the transversal. It is lying above the line M on the left side of the transversal, isn't it? On the left side of the transversal. So here we'll see which is the angle lying above N on the left side. Above N on the left side is 5. So 1 and 5 will be one pair of angle, angle 1 and 5. Similarly, can one of you tell me the angle, corresponding angle on the right side? Angle 2 and 6, very correct. Angle 2 and 6, they are on the right side, up side, 2 and 6. Then the angles below also are considered as corresponding angles. So which is the angle below M on the left side of L? Very correct. Angle 4 and 8. And on the right side, what are they? Angle 3 and 7. Now these are the corresponding angles. That is angle 1 and 5, angle 2 and 6, angle 4 and 8, and angle 3 and 7. These are the corresponding angles. What do you know about these angles? They are equal. That is, angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 4 will be equal to angle 8. Angle 2 will be equal to angle 6. Angle 3 will be equal to angle 7. Now children, you will not be asked to prove this or show this and all those things. You have to remember that these angles are equal, and depending on this, you will be getting questions to solve or find the missing angles. Okay, that is what you're going to get. Now, the second question, second pair of angles that we are going to learn is alternate interior angles. Alternate means this side and that side, alternate. Alternate interior. I'm giving the word alternate interior. Interior means what? Interior design and all you hear. Interior means what? Interior means inside. Yes. So alternately interior. Now when you see these angles 4 and 5 are inside, 3 and 6 are inside. 4 and 5 are inside and 3 and 6 are also inside. These are inside angles. 4 and 5 is inside angle. 3 and 6 is also inside angle. But we are asking about alternate, not on the same side, on opposite sides. So if I take 4, then the alternate side is 6. 4 and 6. If I take 5, then the alternate side is 3. There is another way of finding out this. Do you know that way? Yes, when two parallel lines are given, you just draw the Z. See how I am drawing the Z here? Like this, if I take here and then I take this side, then you get the Z. That is, when you draw a Z, then this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles. So if you can extend this, then you will see two parallel lines cut by a transversal. So that is the interior angle. If you draw it this way also, children, said in the other way also, then this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles. Is it getting clear to you? Yeah, it must be clear to you because you have already learned it. Now, alternate interior angles. You have told me angle 4 and 6 and angle 3 and 5 are alternate interior angles. Okay. So, we got angle 4 and angle 6 and angle 3 and angle 5. And what I have told you about these angles? Alternate interior angles are, what about their measurements? They are they are equal. Yes. So we have here angle 4 is equal to angle 6 and angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Alternate interior angles are equal. Now what is the next angle that I'll be talking about? I'm talking about alternate exterior angles. What am I talking about? Alternate exterior angles. Now interior means inside. Exterior means outside. Now what are the angles outside? It is angle 1, angle 2, angle 8 and angle 7. These are the exterior angles. Now which will come as alternate exterior angles? These two are together, these two are together, these two are together. This is also on the same side, this is also on the same side of the line. So alternate means angle 1 and angle 7. Okay, one is on this side left side, the other one is on the right side. Okay, it has no connection. So 1 and 7, they are alternate exterior angles, 1 and 7. And then you have similarly 2 and 8. So 2 and 8. So these are the angles. Now what about these two angles? They are also equal. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7 and angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Is this clear? You will be writing all these things in your notebook now itself. Okay. So angle 1 equal to angle 7 and angle 2 is equal to angle 8. We got all these things. You have learned about corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles. Now next is interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal, or we have another name for it. It is known as co-interior angles. It is known as co-interior angles. Okay, so when you write, don't write interior angles on the same side of the transversal. It becomes a very long story to write. So just write as co-interior angles. Co-interior. Now which is interior means again inside. Co-interior means cooperative. Co means keeping together. So co-interior, interior angles that are together on the same side. These are interior angles. 4, 3, 5 and 6 are interior angles. Now which are together on the same side? Angle 4 and 5 are on the same side and angle 3 and 6 are on the other side. So angle 4 and 5 we call as co-interior angles and angle 3 and 6 also co-interior angles. They are on the same side of the transversal. Okay. Now when you say that these angles, the specialty is all the other angles we learned corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, they're all equal, but co-interior, they're on the same side, they add up to 180 degree. Do you get me? That is angle 4 plus angle 5. Here, I'll give you here. Angle 4 plus angle 5 should be equal to 180 degree. Are they linear pair? You learned that linear pair is 180 degree. Are these linear pairs? No, they are not linear pairs, but still they will be adding up to 180 degree. Okay. Now, there is one more thing. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. That is, lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Now, we have two lines here, M and N. Now, if I draw a line in between here, in between M and N, if I draw a line here, line P, line we'll name it using small letters, line P. So M is parallel to P. if M is parallel to P, we already know M is parallel to N. If M is parallel to P, then P should be parallel to N. Sorry, P should be parallel to N. Understood? Because M and N are already parallel. And again, if I draw something over here as N parallel, if I draw another parallel line here as say Q, N is parallel to Q. Then what can you say? What about M and Q? Then M is also parallel to Q. What about P and Q? P is also parallel to Q. That is what is meant by here. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So all these lines are parallel to each other. So the alternate interior angles, corresponding angles and all those things will go along with these also, these as well. Have you understood? Have you understood, children? Yes.